Hello, and welcome to Only Slightly Opinionated. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Joey.
And we are two best friends who live very far away from each other, who started a podcast so that we could chit-chat and talk about movies and TV and politics and food especially, and some other shit and whatnot. And so we decided to do this podcast. And so here we are. And
that's what we do. That's what we do, baby.
I think that's basically it, right? Did I do it right?
Yeah,
is that okay?
That's it. That's the gist of it. That's the gist. That's the jism of it. I mean, gist.
Okay. Well, that's ruined now.
So how you doing, baby? How are you doing?
I am doing okay.
Only okay?
No, I'm doing good. My first week off from the show, there was a little bit of bummedness. I was a little bit sad at times.
Oh, I can imagine.
I took the little poster off the bulletin board at work, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to throw this in the garbage." I mean,
Did you get toe up? Did you get toe up at the cast party?
I got quite buzzed,
but
not drunk.
No,
but not drunk. No, it was good because I had bought. We had a couple rehearsals about 2 or 3 weeks before we opened that were like specifically, they were on Friday nights, so they're specifically designed to like clean up stuff and then stay afterwards and hang out. Because Friday night people don't have to work and stuff like that. So at the first one, I bought a bottle of Jack Daniels. I finished it on the closing cast party.
God damn.
So like, I would just, each time I would have a little bit of it. And finally.
Do you drink it by itself?
Mix it with water.
Really?
Yeah. This was the honey. And frankly, I prefer the regular Jack Daniels. Oh. People are so shocked when I tell them what I'm drinking. I don't understand it.
Jamie drinks Jack Daniels?
Every person at the party who asked me what I was drinking was like, really? Damn it, what should I have? A fucking daiquiri, bitches? I'm
Absolutely.
Not that big of a faggot. No,
with an umbrella and your pinky sticking out.
No, my pinky sticks out when I drink Jack Daniels.
I bet it do too.
This is just, we need to get past this, people. We need to get past this idea of
gender assigning liquors.
Yeah, masculine and feminine. Just let people be who they want to be, and don't be surprised at their drink choices. It's rude.
Okay, I can work
That's
on
all
that.
I'm saying.
I can work on that.
So what? Who cares? So what?
So what else you been doing?
Nothing, really. No, this week I did nothing. I went out. That's not true. I did nothing. No, I didn't. I did something. I went out to dinner with our good friend. Well, I mean, he's not. I don't know if he's really your good friend because you don't know him very well.
So that Bailey, was a really long. I do love him.
From but no, Three Funny Ladies podcast.
Yeah,
we went out to dinner. And that was nice because we hadn't hung out. He did come see the show. He and Brandy Joe came to see the show, which was so nice of them. But I hadn't seen him since then. And so we had a nice little dinner and chatted and caught up. And that was nice. And then beyond that, I sat on my fat ass at home and didn't do goddamn nothing.
Do you know what I thought of? Remember last week when we were talking about, or was it the week before? I don't remember. But we were talking about me seeing you in shows. And then I remembered that Marty and I came up once and saw Rent when you were directing it.
Right, when I was directing it. Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't in it, but I'm just saying. Yeah. I forgot about that. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that we came up for that.
I remember that.
That was a good show too.
Yeah, it was. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Yeah,
and Margaret was there that night, I think.
Yeah, because we got a picture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dead Peter.
Peter.
Sorry, that's a Paul thing.
Is that what he says when somebody's dead?
Yeah, like there's his friend Ed who passed away, so he's dead Ed.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Someone else recently just passed away, and he referred to them as dead. I'm not gonna say the name. Not that again anybody's listening, but it's not meant with any type of, I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah.
He's just saying the truth.
Mm.
How about you, baby? What did you do this week?
Well, number one, girl, I'm in ketosis. I've
Are
been
you really?
dieting like a motherfucker and haven't had a single carb in like 3 days.
Really, no carbs, no fruit, nothing like that?
Nope.
Oh, Joey, that's not good for you.
And which is hard for me because I'm not a meat eater. So
Yeah.
I've had omelets for lunch and omelet for dinner and some broccoli. That's it. But it's
I don't know, man.
delicious. I
I don't
love an
know, man.
omelet.
No.
I
I
love an
know, and
omelet.
you can eat as big of an omelet as you want. Would be fine. It's not, I understand that this type of dieting does work. I don't believe it to be sustainable because as soon as you start eating
It
carbs again, you gain the weight again.
it's
So
not.
w so I don't know why people do it, because I don't
It's
wanna eat like that for the rest of my life.
You know what it is, Jamie? It's a jump start. Like because you do lose a lot of weight. In fact, I dropped 2 pounds already just
Yeah,
from doing this, just from starting it. And
yeah.
it motivates you to keep going because you're kind of like, oh, okay, now I'm actually losing weight. But it's not sustainable. You can't do it for a super long period of time.
Because
But
Brandy Joe is also doing this.
oh, is he?
Yes, he's also, and he's been doing it for, I mean, he's been do I mean, in my mind, for as long as he's been doing it now and how committed he is, he may be doing it for the rest of his life. I don't know. Maybe it's the
Oh,
way
okay.
maybe he's changed his lifestyle. I don't know so much, but I just know, I mean, I've not done a keto diet before, but I've done
Okay.
South Beach, which is very low carb,
Right.
and it's sort of keto for the first 2 weeks that you do it. And that's the jump start, but then you reintroduce carbs back in. And it does work. South Beach works. But again, it's hard to sustain, I think.
Oh,
It's
I
I mean,
totally agree. I couldn't imagine trying to do it all the time. I mean, I try to limit carbs while
yeah,
I'm dieting, just regularly dieting and doing my walking, and that seems to work really well too, but
yeah,
the weight loss is a bit slower. So if I just do no carbs for a little while, at least I can, knock off a
right.
chunk of it that's just getting on my nerves.
Have you tried or thought about or read up on it all about intermittent fasting?
Yeah, I do that too. That's why I said I only eat lunch and dinner. So I only eat between 11 and 7, only 8 hours.
Now that's interesting because everything that I read says that breakfast is like the most important meal of the day.
It
Literally
is.
fuels your body for everything until dinner.
And we talked about this before.
Oh, we
But
did?
yeah, I
Sorry.
think that's okay. One of the things that is very important about trying to do a keto diet is that everybody is different. So I'm trying to go with the flow of like how I typically eat. Normally for breakfast, I would only have like a piece of toast anyway.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all I ever,
Okay.
cuz once I gave up cereal years ago, now I just have a piece of toast. But for right now, I just said, well, I'll just knock that time off right now, and that's when I do my walking is in the morning, and
Right.
then by the time I get done, get back in the house and get settled or whatever, and I just start thinking about lunch. What am I going to have at lunch? Come on, 11 o'clock. Come on, 11 o'clock.
So wait a minute, I'm stuck on something you said. You gave up cereal, so you don't eat cereal anymore at all? Like, you don't
No,
just don't have cereal?
nope. I haven't had it in ages,
Who
and I
I
miss
don't like
it.
that.
I
I
know.
don't
I
like
love
that.
my peanut butter Captain Crunch. I miss it.
Oh, that's weird. That's so strange to me. Cereal, I eat cereal so much. I love it. I don't care.
It's delicious. That's
Yeah.
why. It's good.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been doing with that. Oh, another big thing. So Friday night, I saw the Broadway review at Theater of the Republic here in Conway, which is right by Myrtle Beach. And
Friday night?
Marty,
No, Thursday night.
was it Thursday night?
Yeah, it wasn't last night.
Oh, you're right. It was Thursday night.
Not
Sorry.
that they care. Not that anybody cares. I'm sorry. I just was like, I was confused. I was
No,
like,
but that
wait.
actually that keeps me in line. I got to remember these types of things. And it was their opening night on Thursday. Um, and it was fun to see. They did a lot of a lot of musicals. Like it was a long show. it was,
Yeah,
it
you
was
told me
quite
that
long.
part. Oh, that's just crazy to
And
me.
my biggest takeaway, I think I told you as well, was that if I never have to hear another song from Pretty Woman the musical, I will
Yeah,
be a happy man.
what are they doing singing songs from Pretty Fucking Woman?
I
What are they
don't know.
doing?
And they were
I
just
mean,
not
of all the
good.
musicals in the last 20 years that you could think of to do, why would you choose Pretty Woman?
Yeah.
A
And I mean,
universally despised show.
and I want to make sure I'm not saying that the singers were bad. I just hate the music. Like it was not good. Like I just was like, yeah, I just don't like the music from that show. And there were definitely some singers who I appreciated more than others. I'm trying to be diplomatic here. And there were some that I did not. But
That was very good.
there was a while back when we went and saw Into the Woods. There were that whole entire cast Into the Woods at the Long Bay Theater at the mall here, which is weird to think that there's a theater in a mall, but still, they did an incredible production of Into the Woods. And the two of the guys that were in Into the Woods were in this Broadway review at Theater of the Republic. So that was kind of cool to see them again. And this one guy is so incredibly good. And shit, I should have wrote down his name.
Yeah, because he could blow up after we mention him.
You know it. I could put him on the map.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was really good. He played the wolf in Into the Woods, amongst other characters. But he's got a beautiful, beautiful voice. But anyway, that's something that I did, which is out of the ordinary for us as far as we haven't really seen a lot of the shows at Theater of the Republic.
But
Mostly
you
because
should change that.
we are, you know, the reason we really haven't seen anything in a long time is because we've either been so busy working or some kind of fucking deathbed illness that we've both had to deal with. But
Yeah.
we did say we wanted to start getting out more and doing those types of things and seeing shows and just supporting them anyway, because they do some incredible productions, and they're doing Evil Dead the musical this fall, and I can't wait to see that. So, because I saw it once before in Charlotte in North Carolina, and it was so much fun. So I can't wait to see it again.
I can't believe you never saw the Ringwald's Evil Dead. All the years that they
No,
did it, I can't believe you never were up for that because you would have
I
loved it. It
know.
was so Brady Joe Planback directed it,
Yep.
and it was so good.
I
He
would
did such a good job with that
loved.
show.
I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah,
It would have been
it was
cool.
fun.
But
It
that's
was
all I've had
fun.
going on. That's all I've
That's
had
it.
going on.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you have going on, baby.
That's all I got
Does that mean it's
going
time
on.
for the musical motherfucking minute?
It's the motherfucking music minute.
That's pretty close, I think.
Yeah, it was not very good, but one day we'll write a theme.
I was thinking, there's those websites that you can go to and hire people to
Oh,
like do things like that. I thought about seeing how cheap I could get a theme song done.
ooh! I know Chat
Just
GPT. I've done it on there. They won't write the music, but they write the
right,
lyrics for you. But
right.
they even give suggestions of key progressions.
Oh, really?
Not that that shit means anything to me because I
No,
can't read
nor
music,
I.
but
Nor I.
anyway, motherfucking music minute. So as you heard from the start, that was a song from the new Lenny Kravitz album. I wrote it down. Blue Electric Light. Now let me first say,
Say it, preach it, speak it.
I have not loved a Lenny Kravitz album since the first one.
Since 1952.
Well, it was 1989, so it's pert near 1952. But Let Love Rule, which takes me back to driving around in my little red Chevette with Margaret and singing every song from that album because we were obsessed.
Is that
And
is It's Not Over Till It's Over on that album, or is that a
no,
later album?
that's the
Oh,
next album.
oh, I love that song.
You got to let love through. It's such a good album. You should listen to that one. It's more funky and less rock than what he ended up becoming. So anyway, that being said, I'm not a fan of Lenny Kravitz except for that first album, and this album is no exception. I don't love it, but I love that song for two reasons. I love it cuz it kind of bumps. Let It Ride is the song that we played in the beginning. But it sounds like what, Jamie? Touch
Which
It.
okay, by
Touch It
Monifa.
by Monifa. And I don't know if y'all remember that song, but do you really want to touch it? Do
Touch it,
you
do you
really want
really
to fuck
wanna
with
fuck
me
tonight?
tonight? That was terrible.
Do you
But anyway,
really wanna touch it, and make it right?
that's exactly it. That's it. But yeah, it sounds like that. And
Yeah,
throughout the album, he has some songs that are such blatant rip-offs of Prince songs.
really?
Like, one of them is even like the intro is the exact same as Computer Blue from the Purple Rain.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, but it's a few of the songs, which is so weird to me. Like, it'd be different if it was just like one that he was like, I'm gonna make this sort of a Prince like jam, but it was
yeah,
like it felt like he was channeling Prince through quite a bit of the album, which is
yeah.
so
Interesting.
anyway, still not a big Lenny Kravitz fan, but
Yeah,
for those that are, they will probably like it because it's very rock based, that his audience. And I do like that song, Let It Ride. Also, I don't know if you had a chance to look at the Apple Top 100 list that came out for
N-
albums of all
o-
time.
only knowing that what they chose as number one. I looked at the top 10.
I actually was the only reason
Yeah.
I wrote it down is I wanted to ask you what you thought about the number one.
I love that album. I've
And just
always
so
loved that
everybody
album.
knows, it's
Oh,
The
Miseducation of
Miseducation
Lauryn
of Lauryn
Hill.
Hill.
Is it the best album of all time?
I mean, I think they're basing it on
No.
streams, like
Oh,
how
well, they're
many
not
times
saying
it's been
that.
streams. Oh, well, I don't know.
I mean, when you say best, that's an artistic critique. Most streamed has no artistic value in it whatsoever.
True.
That's just a metric. So for me, I think they're calling it the best. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's the best album of all time. No, I don't know what I would put at the top spot off the top of my head. Probably Thriller or
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
heard some
The
people
fact that it's
say,
higher than Michael Jackson's Thriller is an affront to Michael Jackson, I think, because I'm sorry, but that was the album of the 80s.
true.
That was the album. So, I don't know.
I
That's
will
what I
just
think.
say that I fucking love the Lauryn Hill album. I love
Yeah,
it
I do too.
so much from beginning to end. Um,
Girls, you better watch out. It may not have been perfect, but it was cute.
it was cute. It was real cute.
Go on.
But yeah, I think Purple Rain was number 4 or something like that, which
Yeah, Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Mm,
What
mm.
is your least favorite song on Purple Rain? Have we ever talked about this?
Oh, I think it's Take Me With You. I don't really like that song all that
Oh, I
much.
love that song.
Do you?
I
I mean,
do.
I like it, but it's out of everything else, I'd probably be like, you could leave that
Mm,
one off
mm, interesting.
because I love me some I Would Die for You. That song.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, yeah. Can't
mm,
beat that. Can't beat that.
mm, mm,
Can't beat it.
mm.
Can't beat it.
So one other thing that was musically released that I know you have an interest in because I brought it up last week is the original cast recording of the Outsiders. And I said it right because I think I wrote down like original Broadway cast or something. And Jamie was like, no, it's an original cast recording.
No, that is not what happened. Don't you
That's
dare make me
exactly what it
sound
was,
like
y'all.
I'm that kind
And
of crazy person.
then he hit me. Then he hit me.
You said
Then he spat at me.
track.
Spat. You spat.
You said soundtrack, and I corrected that.
Well,
I
that
didn't correct
was
original Broadway cast recording or original Broadway recording. That would have been fine. But you said, what is it? And I said original cast recording is what you would say. So don't stop trying to fucking gaslight me and turn people against me. I will end your small, tiny, itsy bitsy gnome life. I will put you on my porch with a pointy cap on and make you scare away birds.
Is that a short joke? Y'all hear this, right? Y'all hear this.
The Outsiders.
Okay, go ahead. You go on with it.
I'm obsessed with it right now. I'm
Same.
absolutely obsessed with it. I think
So
it's
same.
so good. And I'm so sad that I can't go to New York right now and see it.
Right? Marty even looked into it. He was like, because we don't have any more vacation time till after October. So he was like, but it doesn't go that far. They don't have any.
It will, though. It'll run past October, though. So.
I hope so.
And I'm sure, especially if it wins the Tony, even without the Tony, I guarantee you it'll tour. And I know that we'll get it because one of the guys who works at the Fisher or works at Broadway in Detroit has just seen it and was like raving about it.
Yeah.
And he goes to New York to see shows that conceivably will tour to see if they want to bring them into Detroit.
Oh.
So
if that comes to Detroit, I might have to come up there just to see that.
Well, it'll probably come to your neck of the woods too.
Oh, hell no. I mean, it might come to Charlotte.
Yeah, it'll come somewhere closer than Michigan. Not that I'm trying to stop you from coming to Michigan, but it'll come somewhere closer.
It's only like 3 hours away. That's not too bad.
Yeah. And none of the South Carolina theaters, which ones are closer? Is it Charlotte, North Carolina, right?
Charlotte, North Carolina, yeah.
And that's the closest.
Yeah, because Charleston is a huge city and it's only 2 hours away, but they don't get a lot of tours there.
No.
Only the occasional one that I will see. Charlotte gets them all, though.
Yeah, Charlotte gets a lot. I send you their season every year.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, damn.
They get a lot.
Yeah.
But so for this cast recording for Outsiders, the video was released on the same day that the album dropped, which was Wednesday. And the song Throwing in the Towel. So you know me. I'm not a big musical person. Like, I mean, I love musicals, but I'm not gonna really listen to a cast recording from a musical. It's not really my thing.
Yeah.
But I watched that video and I was just like, okay. And after having seen what I saw on the Today Show, I was like, I might just actually listen to this one. So during my walk, I started it from the beginning and was just like, oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are so many good songs that I'm just like, and I think it was you you said that the Avett brothers did the music, right?
No, that's for a different show.
Oh, that's a different show? Because I was thinking of them because they kind of have a similar sound, like a similar,
it is somebody like musicians. I'm looking really quickly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it did sort of have that same sort of a folky
Jamestown Revival.
What was it?
Jamestown Revival.
Oh, I've heard of them, but
which is Jonathan Clay and Zach Chance.
But it has that same sort of folky, slight country tinge because does take place in Oklahoma. So
yeah. But it's not too country. It's more like rockabilly or something a little bit.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that vibe in there. But I just, God, there's so many good songs and the music does such a great job just listening to it alone of telling the story.
It does, yeah.
Which, I mean, do you want to say anything else about the music before we talk about the movie?
There are more videos if you go to the Outsiders YouTube page. There are more
Oh,
videos
cool.
for other songs.
Oh, good.
That's one thing, and then just that I really love it. I really am just so obsessed with it. That's all. That's
Well, I
all.
think because Jamie and I both loved it so much, like we said to each other, like, "Oh, we should watch the movie again," because I hadn't seen the movie probably since I was a kid. Like
Right.
when I first saw it, and I remember loving it so much. And then Marty had never seen it, so I was like, "Oh, great! Oh, cool! I'll watch it with Marty." So we were like, "Okay, we'll watch it," and we watched it last night. I don't know why I put so many words into that simple little
Yeah, I really
thing.
don't know what was happening there.
It
I
was
thought
like
maybe you were
word
having a
vomit.
stroke, but I was worried.
But anyway, so the movie,
Yeah.
I fucking hated it.
Really
Hated it.
interesting, because I really enjoyed
And
it. I liked it
did
a
you
lot.
really?
I did. I liked it a
I
lot.
thought that, um, for one thing, it was Francis Ford Coppola, who is hit or miss with me anyway. I mean, I fucking love Apocalypse Now. I think that movie's genius. I've never seen any of the Godfather movies, so I
Yeah,
can't
I
really
have.
compare it to that. But it was just so it lacked emotion. Like I didn't feel any emotion for any of the characters. I didn't think that it was set up very well. I don't So, I mean, I don't know. I'm surprised that you didn't feel the same way because I just like the relationship between Ponyboy and Johnny, I just didn't feel like it was
Oh.
established well
Oh, I
enough, like how
did.
close they were. And I don't know. I just like even with the death and everything, like it just wasn't. It just felt like it really lacked drama, and I hated the music. I hated the music so bad. I mean, just this jarring, like '60s, almost psychedelic type music that they were playing.
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't
that's
like it at all.
one of the notes I took was how the movie I mean, I tried to find anything about this, like, to see if Francis Ford Coppola has said anything about it,
Mm-hmm.
but, I mean, it was everything about it, from the camera angles and shots, to the music, to the technology, like, I mean, they had better technology than was used in that movie in terms of, there's the scene where where were they? Johnny and Ponyboy, was it when they were in the park? No. It was when they were at the farm, but they were outside, and
Mm-hmm.
they were talking about the sunset, and you could tell it was like a soundstage, like, it
Yeah.
looked very fake. It looked like it would have in the '50s or '60s, which I thought was a really interesting choice, because everything, even from the credits being at the beginning of the movie,
Yeah.
that's an old-timey thing to do.
Right.
They stopped doing that in the '70s sometime. So I don't know. I took a shit ton of notes. So I'm just gonna let me run through my notes real quick.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. I didn't realize or remember, which is probably much more likely, that Leif Garrett was in the movie, or Leif
Right?
Garrett.
For like
Totally
a
forgot.
minute anyway.
And then when I saw it, I was like, I don't know if I didn't see his name that I would know that was him, because his hair was short, and it just I saw his name in the credits before I saw him, so I knew it was him, but
Yeah,
if
you're
I
right.
had
I
known that
might
was
not
Leif
have.
Garrett, I might not have known anyway.
And same thing with Tom Waits because I'm kind of a fan of Tom Waits' music,
Wait,
and
is that Tom Waits, the musician?
yes, because it's the only scene he has is when the boys go to the bar to get their brother or to get Ponyboy's brother or Derek,
Daryl. Not
Derek,
no,
whatever the fuck his name
Dallas.
is,
God damn it.
Dallas. Anyway, he's the one that answered the door. So he had
Really?
so, and I was like, "There's Tom Waits," but I would not have known that either. But I thought that was kind of funny.
That's funny. S.E. Hinton was a special consultant to Francis
Yeah.
Ford Coppola, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
She was 17 when the novel was published.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
17.
I know we talked about this in text, but I don't think I ever read the book.
I
Like
haven't either,
I
but I
I
might
mean
now.
it seems like it was one that was maybe part of our curriculum at school. And if so, I definitely read it, but I don't remember it, and I don't remember it having any kind of an impact on me if I did read it. But
Right.
now I am kind of curious to read it because I would like to see
What differences? What was?
because I felt like the musical so much better conveyed the relationships, the emotion. I mean, I even cried while
I did
listening
too, but I
to
cried
it.
watching the movie.
I didn't at all,
Yeah, I did.
at
When
all.
Johnny died, I cried.
And who was it that I thought like Rob Lowe was not very good. He was not very good in
Well, he's
it.
not in the movie, but for 5 seconds,
I
so
know, but his acting was a little, and then Tom Cruise's grill was all toe up. I'm
yeah,
like, I don't remember your grill looking
I
like
do.
that.
I remember them teeth. Taps too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were a mess.
And a funny side note: did you know that that was the exact same year? Like he did The Outsiders, he did Risky Business, and he did All the Right Moves, all in the same year,
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
all 1983.
Interesting. Interesting.
Anyway,
Well, that's when they
back to
were
your notes.
released.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying they all came out in the same year.
Diane Lane looks so fucking young,
And
but god
again,
damn is she good. I think
they
she was so good in that movie.
I thought she had like nothing.
Oh,
Like
I thought she was so good.
I was like there was just not enough of her.
Mm.
I don't know.
I thought it was very natural.
And I love
She
in
talked like a kid.
the musical the whole like relationship between her and Pony Boy, the whole song about we could have talked all night. It's like it was so sweet.
Yeah, but you get that to a
I didn't
degree.
I felt nothing for these people.
I wonder if you should watch because I think I might watch now the one that they released that it's called Outsiders the complete novel
Oh. Was
and
that the
it's
series?
no,
Oh, okay.
it's the movie but with stuff added back into it because that's the problem is it's only an hour and
Oh.
a half long.
Yeah, that's what I think is missing is some of the story, like just getting the character development is what I feel like I really, really missed. So I didn't have an emotional connection to them. So yeah, I'd be curious to see that. But I also saw that there was a series. It was only
Yes.
had, it was
With
like in
with
1990.
oh, what's his name?
Yeah, there was somebody in it.
J.R. Ferguson, who I just fucking love so much.
I have no idea who that
And
is.
when I look you don't watch did you watch The Real O'Neills when it was on with Martha Plimpton about the gay
No,
kid?
no.
Oh, he was on Mad Men.
Okay,
I don't remember. He played like he always had a beard and he was always smoking. He was one of like I think maybe the art
that's
guys.
every single character from that show.
Shut up. Not the beard. Not
The
the
smoking
beard.
though.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love him. And then I looked up and I was like, that's not the same J.R. Ferguson. I must not be thinking of the right guy. And then I found his picture and I was like, holy shit, he's so young. And I didn't realize he was around then. I didn't know him until probably Mad Men,
Right.
you know? Um, okay. What else?
Well, I remember seeing it as a kid, and I know I wanted to see it because of Rob Lowe because I had the hugest crush in the world on Rob Lowe. He was like my
Oh, you didn't see it at the movie theaters then? Because this is Rob Lowe's
no.
first movie.
Yeah, I saw it like I think when it was on VHS,
Okay.
once that all
Got it.
became a big thing.
Got it.
But I mean, Rob Lowe can get it. He can get it. I would let him get it all day. I love him.
Even now?
Yeah, even now
Okay.
he's still sexy. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn.
There's something about him that something about his personality that bugs me, and I don't know
Well,
what it is.
I agree with you. There's something about his personality that I'm not 100% in love with,
Yeah.
but he can still get it.
I mean, he is very good looking. There's no doubt about that. He's very good looking. He has aged extremely well. He doesn't look like he's had a ton of plastic surgery.
Nope.
He's just, yeah, he has aged really well. It was interesting to me that the movie changed it to the North and the South as opposed to the East and the West, which
Oh.
is what's in the book and the musical.
Oh,
I looked that up.
interesting.
Well, let's see. Maybe I'll save that. Ralph Macchio was 20 or 21, depending on when it was filmed, playing 16, and he looks 12.
He looks like an infant. Like,
It's
it's
so
even
crazy.
funny that him and C. Thomas Howell, like, C. Thomas Howell's supposed to be 14.
2 years younger, yeah.
And I'm like, it's just so weird. It's just like,
Crazy. He's a fucking fetus.
but even now, he
so
looks
weird.
so
Yeah.
young.
Yeah, he does.
He looks great, too. I'm like,
Yeah.
God, he could get it, too.
No, I've never found Ralph Macchio attractive.
I'm now, not then.
No,
But
never.
now I could.
There's something
get
about him. I don't know, his weird
Look,
teeth,
bitch.
his weird
Basically,
mouth.
anybody could get it right now.
I always thought the movie took place, or that it took place in the 50s.
Oh, yeah.
Just from the greasers thing, and then I was like, oh
Mhm.
shit, it takes place in 65. I'm saving one
Wait,
for
the
last.
movie says 65?
Yeah,
Because the musical says 67.
67. That's when the
Yeah.
book was written, was 67, but they said 65 in the movie.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. And then the last one that I thought was very interesting is that all of them across the board have had long careers.
Yeah.
Not a single flame out, not a single, even C. Thomas Howell is still working. You see him in shit all the time.
Yep.
They've all had very successful lives.
Yep.
And that is so fucking strange.
It's just a bizarre sort of like
all of the greasers, because the socials, not so much.
No.
Except for Diane Lane.
Except for Diane Lane. And the girl who played her friend.
But she hasn't done anything in 100 years.
Well, no, she didn't. I looked her up because I was curious, because she was in all of those 80s movies right around that time. But then she quit. She became a Buddhist and didn't want to be in the acting world. So the last thing she did was like 88.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. I think that was my last note. Let me just double check.
Double check your notes.
Double check it. I'm double checking it. Yep, that's my last note.
But if I could say anything else about it, it's like, even if you're not a huge musical fan, but if you love the Outsiders movie or any of that, you should listen to the music, because it just, I would kill to see it right now, because I mean, the cast recording's an hour long, so I'm guessing that the musical is probably longer than the film, which, anyway, just the way that they can take a song and put so much more emotion and paint a picture of what their lives are like. And, like the fact that Johnny comes from a broken home and his mom's a drunk and all that sort of stuff, like, they didn't really, to me in the movie, they didn't really convey that very well, because they only showed the mother the one time when she came to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just wish it would have been a little more, I don't know, developed, I guess. But that's all I got to say about it. God damn it.
Now I have to, how much longer is the Outsiders, the complete novel, is like 20 minutes longer.
Okay.
So they've added 20 minutes into it. 22 minutes. It says right there, 22 minutes.
Is that available anywhere?
Yeah, you can get, well, you have to rent it. You can rent it on Prime for $3.79.
Oh, okay. And if anybody's interested, you can watch the Outsiders movie on Tubi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's available on Tubi.
I rented it, so.
Oh, did you? Shit, I should have told you.
Well, except for that, you have to watch ads, though, don't you?
Yeah, but it's only like 3 or 4.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
It's not very many.
Too many. 3 or 4 is too many. It's too many. It's all too many.
So now we should move on to what you watching. What you watching? What else you watching? What you watching, baby? What you watching? What you watching? Okay, I'm done.
You really want to say it one more time, don't you?
What you watching?
Okay, now you're done. That's from an old Mad About You.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know what I'm talking about. Don't lie.
Oh, yes, I do.
No, you don't.
It's Clemenza's.
I can't believe you.
Clemenza.
Oh my God, I can't believe you knew that.
That was one of my favorite episodes. Marty and I
Nobody
still say it all the
ever
time.
knows that.
We'll be like, every time we try to remember the name of a restaurant, we'll be like, Clemenza's.
Clemenza's. Let's see. So what have I been watching? I watched what movie did I watch the other day? I told you about. Not
You
the
said
game
you watched
movie.
never mind then.
What was that called? Something Shoulders.
Yeah.
It was not good, so I'm not even going to talk about it. I thought I watched something else. Well, it doesn't matter. I still have an episode of Hacks to watch. Ooh,
Oh my God.
I love it so much. Hacks. Oh, the show that I watched called Trying, which I love so much with Rafe Spall. It came back, so there were a couple episodes of that to watch.
I'm looking forward to that one when
Survivor's
it's done.
finale aired on Wednesday, and I was very happy with who won, which is not usually the case. And there was some really interesting, good drama, which like at the after show, because this woman who was on the jury was like best friends with this guy who was in the final, like best friends. Like she was his mom, and they, I can't wait to see you outside of this and meet your kids and blah, 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 blah. And then she didn't vote for him to win. It was
Oh,
really it was tense. It was so tense. He was
shade.
he was so pissed. It was great. Because it's like that he wasn't like reality TV pissed. He was like legitimately pissed.
Yeah.
So, is that it? Is that pretty much? We've gotten 3 episodes into Baby Reindeer now.
Oh,
Sugar. We finished Sugar. I doubt it's going to get renewed, but I really hope it does. The finale had another really interesting twist, and honestly, Joey,
watch it.
No, hold on. If it doesn't get renewed, I still think you should watch it because it does have. It sets up what could be another season, but it has a fairly satisfying conclusion.
Okay, then I would be happy watching that.
Yeah. There's no real it's not a cliffhanger. There's something that he could continue doing. You know what I mean? In another season, like where they could go with it, but it wasn't like, does he live or die or anything like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious about it anyway, just because the things you've said previously about it. I'm like, I definitely want to see it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, and the finale had another like really interesting twist to it. It was so good. I think that's it. Taskmaster's almost over, which I'm so sad about. There's only 1 episode left.
I know. I haven't started it yet, so I'm gonna watch it all.
Oh, it's so good.
I can't
Elspeth
wait.
is done, and I'm sad about that, but it's coming back. All the show. Abbott Elementary finished this week. The Connors finished this week. So it's like now we're going to that drought of like, what am I going to watch now? I mean, on my own.
Yeah.
When I watch shows that Paul doesn't want to watch or whatever. Ooh, excuse me.
Burp right all up in that microphone.
I was far enough away. Hopefully people didn't hear it.
But I told everybody.
I know.
I watched a lot of shit this week.
I
watched a lot of shit. But I mean, I got time. So
yeah.
So I'll go through them quickly, but the first one I probably will spend the most time on. Last week I had mentioned that on Sunday we were going to go see The Strangers Chapter 1.
Yep.
And we did do that. And so here is my review of The Strangers Chapter 1. Child, it ain't worth your time. Oh. I mean, I was so hopeful because, it's the first of 3. So I was so excited. And it was, talked about like it was going to tell about the origin of the strangers and all that shit, which is total fucking bullshit because, I mean, this is like modern times. They got cell phones, all that shit. So I'm like, it doesn't go back or anything and tell why these people, torture and traumatize people. The main guy in it, I think I wrote down his name.
Maybe like the next movie will be the one that goes back in time to show the origin of them.
Could be
And then
possible.
the third movie will be like the finale of like in modern times again of what happens to them.
I mean, I would watch them. I'll still watch them because, I'm a completist and I have to see them, but this one was so disappointing.
Yeah, Paul didn't like it either.
The
I
main
didn't go see
guy
it.
is terrible. He's such a horrible actor. His name's Froy Gutierrez. And I think like the only thing he's ever done of note was that Wolf show with Tyler Posey,
Oh, Teen Wolf?
Teen Wolf. It just he's just really. I mean, he's beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
Don't get
He's
it
pretty
twisted
to look
now.
at,
Don't get it twisted.
but he cannot act. And it's so full of so many like dumb horror movie tropes of them just like, they could have got away, but they didn't because they're so stupid. They went, it's just they do so many dumb things that
Yeah.
it just is like, ugh, come on, why? Like that first movie there was really no reason to make it. They just
Okay.
did not need to. It's just another of the same type of story. It could have been named something completely different. But yeah, did not care for it.
Okay. What else?
And then I was watching, I don't know why I had like a Tubi fest. Like, because, like when it's like suggests things, you're like, oh, if you like this, you might like this. And I was like, well, I might like that. So I'll watch that too. But I watched a queer film called, what do we call them? Do we call them gay films? Do we
No,
call
I
them
like
queer
queer. It's
films?
so weird. We just totally mind melded. We just had a fucking mind meld
People
because
felt it.
I was thinking, oh yeah, queer film. I think I would have said gay film, but queer film is much better. No, I think queer film is what you would say.
I think
Because
that's
then
more
that covers everything. That covers gay,
exactly.
lesbian, bisexual, transgender. It just covers it all, I think.
Whatever your
So,
preference could be.
yeah. So I think queer film is correct.
So I
Bravo.
watched a queer film called The Swimmer, which
Is it about
was
sperm? The swimmer,
no.
the little swimmers?
Yeah, no, that's not what it was about.
Picture a flailing spermatozoan, not even knowing where he is going. What's that ahead? A diaphragm, screw it. He thinks he's dead, my God, he slips through it.
We're gonna have to pay for that. You keep singing.
That wasn't 30 cents. Well, we have to pay anyway. We really, anything that's on here, there's no, it's illegal that I use music.
No, it is not, Jamie. Don't
Yeah,
tell
it is.
people that. They'll report us.
Somebody probably will report us, but that's fine. I mean, we're out there. We're on YouTube. Anybody can listen to it. They don't post our videos in Russia because we use music.
Oh. Oh, man.
So we're not getting into them Russian laughs.
We have one follower from Australia on our Facebook page.
Is it a kangaroo?
Is it a kangaroo? So dumb. Oh, my Lord. Okay, let me get back to what I was talking about. Oh, you still cackling? What you cackling and crackling for? Jamie having a meltdown, y'all. Okay, pull it together. Pull it together. Because next you're going to start hacking. Are you okay, baby? Take a drink of water. Take a drink of water. There you go. There you go. That'll do it for you. That make you feel better.
Oh my God.
Now, don't that make you feel a whole lot better? Anyway.
Just a kangaroo on a phone.
What was I even talking? Oh, The Swimmer.
The swimmer. The swimmer.
It was cute. It was okay.
It was cute.
It was an Israeli film, so it was in Hebrew, and it was
Nice.
basically about a kid who's been prepped to be like this big swimmer, Olympic swimmer. He's trying to make it to the Olympics, so he goes to this training academy where somebody is going to be chosen for the Olympics from that academy, and he's in sort of competition with this other guy, but he sort of falls for him, and it's unclear whether the guy's actually gay or straight, but it's that whole thing. but it had an uplifting ending, and so it was okay. All in all, on IMDb, I give it a 6, which is something
IMDb.
I probably won't remember what it was about later down the road.
What
Then
was
I
I?
watched another what? Huh?
Oh my god! Something just popped into my head. Keep talking. I'm gonna take my headphones off for a second.
Okay. And then I watched another movie called Beto, which takes place in Switzerland. So they speak German, but it's about a Turkish immigrant family that the kid comes out to his Turkish family because he's gay and he's got this boyfriend, and his Turkish family decides to marry him off to somebody.
Oh,
Yeah, and he really has no choice in the whole thing. But it ends up being a really cute story. I very much enjoyed it because his wife sort of befriends his boyfriend, and they so become this little like trio. It's kind of a sweet film. It was cool. It was dealing with, some of the pressures that immigrant families feel, and how different it is based on culture and those sorts of things. But I recommend that one. It was actually pretty good. I gave it a 7, which I know is not a huge rating, but I'll remember what it was about, and I enjoyed it. So that's what I say. The other thing, did you remember what you were going to say?
wasn't something I was necessarily gonna say. It was just something that I was trying to think of,
Oh.
and I did. It was about the movie that I watched that we didn't talk about, that I don't want to talk about. It has nothing. All of a sudden, I was like, because something you said about, I almost said waitress, swimmer. Like I was like, oh, when you said they didn't know if he was, you can't kind of tell if he's gay or straight. That's kind of, there's a little bit of that
Oh,
in the
okay.
other movie too. So I was like, what movie was that where I had that same thing? And so it was going to drive me nuts otherwise. So I apologize for not hearing part of your discussion of that last movie, but it does sound very interesting.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right, Jamie. I'll give
Thank
you a
you.
pass.
Thank you.
Another big thing we watched was a limited series called Murder at the End of the World. Have you heard of that?
Oh, with Emma Corrin.
Is she the main star of it?
Yeah.
I wrote down Britt Marling just because she wrote it, directed
Right.
it, and she's the one from the
The
OA,
OA.
which I fucking loved.
Oh my God. That
I
series was
loved
terrible.
it. Loved it.
Terrible.
I loved it for all of its wackiness and the unbelievable direction that it went in from what I thought it was going to be.
Hmm.
Loved that show. But anyway, it was another show like with technology and, science fiction-y, and it's definitely a who done it all the way through, and it kind of has two stories going on. There's like a serial killer, and so it's something you would enjoy. It's
Okay.
definitely keeps you going from one episode to the next because you just want to find out what happened.
The reason I had not watched it yet is because I do not like Emma Corrin and anything I've seen her in, because she was on The Crown for 2
Oh,
seasons, and I just found her to be so boring, and everything I've seen her in since, she sort of just always talks like this and is kind
well,
of
she's
quiet.
American in this,
Oh,
so you can at least pick apart her accent, which is mediocre. Uh, she kind of slips into you definitely recognize that she's British on occasion,
yeah.
but I still thought she didn't bother me at
Yeah.
all. I mean,
Okay. Well,
and
once we're through with everything, because we also started watching, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna really quick interrupt. We started
that's
watching a
okay.
new series called Dark Matter with Joel
Oh
Edgerton
yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah.
Jennifer Connelly.
It looks good.
We've only watched 1 episode so far, though. But right now, it seems like we've got like 12 different things that we're watching,
Yeah,
which is a lot for us. Usually,
yeah.
we like, and we're kind of behind. Like we sort of stopped watching The Crown,
Mm.
and we're getting near the last seasons.
You already know what's gonna happen.
I, I mean, I do because I watched it all already.
Oh,
No, I didn't watch the last part of the last season. I didn't watch.
I've
I
watched
watched the next.
all of none of it.
I know you have not. I don't know why though, because it was, for me, it's the same situation as was with Downton Abbey. was like, I'm just not gonna like that.
Well,
It
that's the
seems so
same thing. Yeah,
boring.
I put that off for forever.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But you ended up really liking it.
I did.
And
Yeah.
I think The Crown is sort of that same way. It's historical, but it's also a soap opera.
Right. Right.
So, it's like Downton Abbey in that
It's
soap opera
like
sense.
it's like that sense you get when you're like, I know I'll probably like it, and you're
Yeah.
like hovering over it with the remote, and you're like,
Yeah.
I just can't hit play. I just can't.
Yeah, I get
There's
it.
got to
Yeah.
be something else that I can
There are
watch
things like that for
instead.
me. I have a lot of things like that actually, like things that I just say they're on my list.
Yeah.
Like they're on someday I will watch this, whatever it may be,
Right.
but just not right now.
And they live on my list for like ages.
Well, they have to, but for me, I think when I'm retired and I can sit home and just watch movies, then hopefully I'm not just sitting home watching movies. Hopefully I'm
Hopefully you're enjoying a very
traveling.
productive and
Yeah.
joyful life.
Yeah. But if it's
One
anything
last
like
thing. Oh, sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
I was gonna say if it's anything like the pandemic, I don't think that's gonna
Oh,
happen. So
fuck no. One last thing I wanted to say about Murder at the End of the World. It's available on Hulu in case anybody wants to watch it.
on
But
the hurt.
it's on a Hulu. There is, in the first episode, she's wearing this horrible fucking wig. And I cannot for the life of me figure out why. Because she's got, she goes from short hair to long hair. And in alternating scenes, you can tell it's her real hair. But then there's other scenes where they put a wig on her, and I don't know why. Like, it's the same, it's like her short hair. So I don't know if they had to go back and reshoot scenes or something in the
They must
beginning.
have.
It's so annoying, Jamie, because every time I would be like, well, there's the fucking wig again. Because I was mad about it. I fucking hate a bad wig. I can't
Do too. There's
stand them.
nothing worse than a bad wig. Nothing worse than a bad fucking
Oh,
wig, man.
and it
Oh my
looks
god.
it
In
looks
movies,
nothing.
TV, theater, all of it.
And it looks nothing like what her real hair is supposed to look like. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, you're not even fooling anybody. Like, it was so fucking annoying. But anyway, that's the only thing about the show that actually bothered me. I did very much enjoy the show other
Okay.
than that. And it
I'll
was
put
only
it
in
on
the
my
first
list.
episode. Only in the first episode does she have the
Right.
wig.
Oh wait, only in the first episode?
Yeah, only in the first episode.
Well, that's probably because it was a pilot.
No. There are alternating scenes of her natural hair. So she's got short hair
Right.
in it, but then she's wearing a short hair wig in a few of the scenes.
Other times. Okay. That's weird.
That's what I mean. I couldn't figure out how that would have happened. Like,
Yeah.
with her original longer
It must
hair,
have been reshoots then.
like with her longer hair, they would have filmed all of her shots
Right.
that were in the past, and they did. But then in the modern day, she's got short hair, but then sometimes it was a wig. So I'm like, it's only the first episode though. So I never understood it. I didn't get it.
Weird.
Anyway. And then we finished So You Think You Can Dance, because Marty and I, well, I should say, used to love that show. It wasn't
I
on
gave up on it.
last year because of what's his name, Nigel Lithgow. So they completely have redone it, and it's just not the same. It's horrible. No. It's horrible because they instantly. It's like it's only 8 people, and they don't do couples and dances throughout the whole thing, which I always looked forward to because you got to see these different types and styles of dance.
Yeah.
Now it's like they all live together in a house, and one episode was like, okay, this would be what would it be like if you worked on a music video. So you're going to learn a song from a choreographer, and you're going to do that like as if you're in a music video, and then we're going to eliminate somebody. Like, it was not the same. And only starting with 8 people, it just went so, I think it was 10 episodes, might have even only been 8, and then it was over. And
maybe
I was
it was
like,
a test, to show try the new format or something. That's why
it ain't gonna last. And that was the other thing too, is like on the old one, you could vote for people. And this one you don't get to vote at all. They get to make the decisions. And
So
they've
it's
got
just a
this
reality show.
and they've got fucking JoJo Siwa is one of
Ugh.
the judges, and I just want to punch her in her face. I just
She's
do.
so annoying.
She really, really is. I'm like, girl, take it down a notch. Take it down. And
Did you see
then
the Saturday Night Live bit they did with her?
no, but I
With
caught a
Chloe
little
Fineman as her? Oh my
video
gosh,
about
it's
it, but I didn't watch
hysterical.
it.
It was funny.
But then they have Twitch's wife, and Twitch came from that show,
Yeah.
and I loved him.
Yeah.
But his wife is devoid of personality, really.
Oh.
And then they brought some other guy who's like Ukrainian or something, who's like a ballroom dancer or something, and
Maxim
he's kind of annoying too. And I don't know. If it's the same three people and it's the same format, I won't watch it again.
Okay.
But that's it, baby. That's all I've been watching.
All you done been watching.
That's all I'm watching.
Around him.
He.
Do you have anything else to talk about before we get to our opinionary?
Ooh, no. Well, I wanted to talk about, because I brought it up before, about the peanut Reese's peanut butter cup.
Do tell us.
Okay, with a whole controversy, because of the pumpkins, the jack-o'-lantern ones. It cracks me up because they show the peanut on the cover and it's like all etched out so you can so that it actually looks like a peanut, because otherwise it would just be a chocolate blob,
Right.
Just like the egg doesn't really look like an egg. But
Nope.
it even says on the packaging now, serving suggestion. Like, who gonna carve in lines on a damn Reese's peanut butter cup before they eat
it? That's so funny.
But I do have to say that peanut was good as hell. It's bigger than an egg because it's like longer and it seems, I mean, it's skinnier in the middle, but it's like more, there's more to it. Like, it's like a 2-biter, whereas an egg, I would just pop that shit in my mouth, just pop that shit in the mouth, let it melt a little bit.
The whole big egg?
Oh yeah, I let the chocolate melt off so that I can enjoy that peanut butter as center.
For me, I mean,
but anyway,
do in one bite.
I recommend it only because it's available and eggs aren't. So if you want something similar to an egg, it's very similar.
Because eggs are, without all empirical evidence has shown, eggs are the superior Reese's product for those who enjoy peanut butter.
If you're looking for the levels of gravitativity and polarity and the chocolate just coming together with the peanut butter in a perfect semblance of deliciousness,
yep,
it's the egg.
Yep.
And also, Costco has now the new Reese's frozen peanut butter cups, which I did not buy, number one, because I'm on ketosis, bitch. I'm in ketosis. I don't think
you say you're on ketosis.
I'm in ketosis is what I meant to say.
But are you ketosis?
Well, your body goes into ketosis, yes, when you're doing the diet.
I thought that it was really hard to actually get into keto, like officially get into ketosis.
It is, but if you have no carbs, you will automatically go into ketosis.
Okay.
That's my understanding anyway. Maybe Brandy Joe can shed some light on it, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Because I'm not doing it.
But anyway, the frozen peanut butter cups are basically the same as the Klondike Reese's version, but...
So it's not a frozen peanut butter cup?
No, it's like ice cream with peanut butter through it and a chocolate coating on the outside, but it's sort of shaped like a peanut cup.
Got it. Okay.
So I did not buy them just because
those. We were just there last night.
But anyway, that's our food segment that should be sponsored by Reese's, which is not, because we'd be talking about Reese's a lot.
Don't call it a segment. Because then we're going to have to get a segment producer. And we don't have the money.
Ooh, but you produce everything, baby. You production amazingness. All right, hit me with an opinionary.
Hit me with your best shot. Come on and hit me with your best shot. Oh, you threw me off.
Oh, yeah, that
Sorry,
was
everybody.
really
Sorry.
lost.
That was rough. Anybody who came to see the prom also heard me go off key every single night. I did
not
it.
eat. That's for sure. You did not eat.
Oh, that's me. Oh, just now.
Yeah.
You don't mean in the prom.
No,
Okay.
No, you ate in the prom, bitch. You ate that shit up.
Every night I fucked. There was just this 2 sections of the same song that I had in rehearsals without even thinking about it, and then something happened, and then I could never get it, and it was always bad, and I was always so embarrassed. I was just like, try to get through it really quick, like, and quieter, and then like be more confident when I was back on track, because I would always get back on track.
Right.
It was finding that first note. I don't know. Okay. So yes, we have a which I don't know why I do that, because I have this.
Because you crazy like that.
I am. So we have an opinionary. It is from our lovely friend Brandy Jo Plamback of Scaring is Sharing.
That's my
It is
motherfucker.
Titled Hi Boy. And let me tell you, I read that perfectly.
I think that's exactly how he intended it.
Oh no, where'd it go? Oh no, hold on.
What the fuck?
I tried to adjust my laptop screen, and hold on. I tried to adjust my laptop screen, forgetting that it was a touch screen, and I closed the window.
Poor Brandy Joe. We're like, oh, you sent us an opinionary. Delete.
And I didn't delete it. Okay. Friends, thank you for another fabulous episode this week. First off, I'm an episode late, but I tried out the barbecue pork rinds with French onion dip, and that shit is good as hell.
Y'all crazy. Y'all are motherfucking crazy.
Thank you. I'm so jealous you got to hang out in the flesh recently. I immediately hit Joey up to see if he was still here, because I wanted to watch a scary movie with him so bad. # next time. And next time we will just make it happen. Jamie, again, you were so fucking great in the prom. I hope you enjoy your newfound time off, and I can't wait to hear about all you watch and see and do. I'm already looking forward to my July and August time off from theater, but looking forward to the run of Dracula in June. I can't wait to see it. Dracula, oh, I'm gonna mess up the name. Isn't Dracula a Comedy of Terrors? I believe is what it's called.
Yeah. They're doing that here too at the Long Bay Theater. Sorry,
are they really?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a recent show. It's a new off-Broadway show. Joe Bailey of Three Funny Ladies is in it, and Brandy Jo Plamback is directing it.
Oh, sweet.
And also other people that I don't want to say their names on the podcast just because.
Wait, that's June? This June?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Our friend Melissa is also in it, and I love watching her act, so I can't wait to go see it. Let's see here. I was excited by the Wicked trailer, but I also hate this trend of trying to hide the musicalness from musical movies. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am,
especially
girl.
one so widely known and beloved as Wicked. Also, super annoyed that they seem to be hiding the fact that it is only part 1 of 2 movies.
Yep,
unless they're going to call the second one something totally different, which of course they won't. Why not call this one Wicked Chapter 1 or Act 1 or some shit? Come on, Hollywood, don't be so annoying. Agreed 100%.
100p. 100p.
100p. Just getting a sip of water. Wet my whistle. Joe and I saw Here We Are in New York City over Christmas. I know, and I'm so jealous of that.
I'm super jealous.
Over Christmas last year, and it was so very cool. It was in this theater called The Shed, which was so cool. You had to take an escalator up like 4 or 5 stories to get.
Oh, cool.
I just think that's so cool.
Yeah.
Now we've all just said cool like 5 times. It was like an elaborate black box space. Such a unique show, and I'm glad JB convinced me to go. I hope Joey and I are aligned on how god awful fucking bad The Strangers Chapter 1 was.
We are aligned.
There you go. The only props I give it was for letting us know it was Chapter 1. You hear me, Wicked?
Right?
It was Terrible. The
Yep.
acting, the writing, so bad.
It
It made the
was so
second one
bad.
look like Gone with the Wind. Of course, I'll see chapter 2 and 3. Yeah, you guys are just gluttons for punishment, but I'm not paying $15 for VIP MJR seats. That's for dang
No.
sure.
No, ma'am.
Love you both. Keep it coming. I love spending time with you for a bit every week. Aw, thank you, BJP.
Okay, number one, I am a BJP stan. I love him so much. He's
Yeah,
just
he's a pretty good guy.
he's the bestest.
He's a pretty good guy.
But I almost want to like see if I can't find a way to drive my ass up there and see some Dracula, see my Francises.
I wish it was. Wait, let me see when it closes. Hold on one second.
Because that would be like ideal. Do you know this is going to be the longest episode we've ever done?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Not yet. Oh, it closes July 1. I was gonna say because on July 1, I get well, I don't have to be on vacation for you to come. I was already thinking that when Paul is supposed to go to Minnesota at some point this summer, that
Oh
you would
yeah,
come
that's right.
then
You
and
did
help me with
mention that.
dogs and such. And I was thinking that I would just try to work out a flight for you again, so you didn't have to drive. Which still might, but you won't be able to see this show unless they extend.
Damn.
Sorry.
Damn it.
I had something in my throat. So maybe there'll be a video you can watch.
Oh, that would be good.
Let's see here. Yeah. So I can't wait to see it. So fuck you. You don't get to see it. Ha 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 ha.
Well, if you do go, you need to give a big old squeeze to both of them bitches and tell them I love them.
I will. I'm gonna
You
do
ready?
that.
You ready for a little love hate? A little for love and hate.
Yeah.
Did you prepare? Because Jamie is often ill prepared.
Suck my
Ew. Okay,
left
stop. Ew.
pinky toe.
Okay, I'd do that if I had to. Um, only if I really, really had to, though.
What situation would you have to?
I don't know.
I got bit by a snake and you had to suck the poison out.
But
There
if you were going to say suck anything else, it would never happen.
Even if it meant life or death.
Yeah. I'd be like, sorry, baby, you got to go.
No, bitch, it's your life, not mine. They're
like,
putting a gun to your head and saying you have to do it. You'd rather die. Well, fuck that. I'm not. I mean,
peace
believe
out.
me,
I'd be like, peace out, y'all.
I have no interest in having anything with you sexually, but I'm not gonna die. Fuck that shit, man. I don't care who you are. There's not too many people who have gun to my head, live or die. Would I, for a couple of minutes?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Love it and hate it. Love it and hate it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Keep working on it.
I just like
totally
different key for that last part. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So my love is, I wish there was a name for it, and I was trying to think of a name for it, but I couldn't. Usually in summer, there is an onslaught of original cast recordings that are released. We talked about The Outsiders.
Yeah.
Because anything that opens between December and May when the season ends, then usually releases a cast recording, and it comes out sometime between May and August or whatever.
That makes sense.
So already around this time has been The Outsiders, Water for Elephants, Here We Are, The Notebook, Lempicka. No, I'm sorry, not Lempicka, not yet. The Notebook. And then by the end of the summer, Lempicka, Illinois, The Wiz, Suffs, The Great Gatsby will all be released. And now this year is especially different because this year, I don't know if it's a record. I think it has to be a record of the number of shows that opened on Broadway in the last.
I can't get over how many there are. Yeah.
It's crazy. So I don't know if it's not a record, it's close. So yeah, I just love this time of year every year. Plus it's like around the Tonys time, and usually it used to be around the time where they would announce all the new series coming out, but they don't really do that shit anymore, which makes me so sad.
Me and you and the Entertainment Weekly, baby.
The TV guide. I love me the
Oh,
fall preview
yeah.
TV guide.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Love. Go.
My love right now is I'm totally obsessed with Jimmy Kimmel. Like, I watch a lot of his, like, opening monologues and stuff just because I think he's so fucking funny. I don't know why. Out of all of the late night people, he's the only one that genuinely makes me laugh. But I
Oh,
think
interesting.
it's because he just berates our ex-president
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so
I like him.
much.
I like him. I don't watch any late night shows because I'm not up, so this is all YouTube watching for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, me too. Same here.
So
Same here.
I will not watch. You could not pay me to watch Jimmy Fallon. Like,
No, I don't like him.
I don't care who's his guest unless you were the guest. If you were the guest, I would watch.
Aw.
But there are probably other people that have a better chance of getting on there than you do that might watch.
It's true.
Like if Sean was on, I'd
My
watch.
chances of being on there for being a second-rate podcast host.
Second.
Third rate, okay.
Third.
All right, a D rating, okay?
But I watch Seth Meyers like religiously. I watch his YouTube stuff. He's my favorite, but I'll watch Jimmy Kimmel a lot. The thing that I don't like about Seth Meyers, and I don't know because I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel, is that Seth Meyers takes a lot of fucking vacations.
Oh.
He's on for 2 weeks, off for a week or two.
Oh,
On for 2
damn.
weeks, off for 2. It's like constantly, because what I do is I watch the next morning after his show, I watch the interviews
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so when there's not new interviews, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's on vacation again.
Mm.
So that's the only thing I don't like. I don't know if Jimmy Kimmel's the same, but
No, Jimmy Kimmel seems to. I mean, like he's always. I haven't noticed anything like that. I mean, but anyway, I just love the way he talks shit about Marjorie Taylor Greene and any of these other things
yeah,
that are currently in the media. He just makes me laugh so hard.
yeah.
But I look forward to watching them every morning. Like it's part of my routine. Like especially
Yeah.
his opening monologue. I fucking love it. But anyway, so that's my current love. I'll be loving on me some Jimmy Kimmel.
You love Jimmy
It
Kimmel.
is. Oh my god! And when he has his Aunt Chippy, have you ever seen any
I've
of it
seen
with his?
those. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love her so much.
Yeah.
I love
I've
her.
watched a lot. I've watched all the mean tweets. I've watched a lot of Jimmy Kimmel stuff, just not consistently
Oh,
necessarily.
okay.
Like I
I
can't, I
just
don't every day I don't go to it.
I do just the opening monologue for sure every day. But then if
Oh,
I have time, I'll watch a lot of the other stuff too. But the opening monologue's always my favorite.
yeah, I don't watch the monologue ever for anybody. I don't watch Seth Meyers' monologue either. I could care less.
So what you hating on, baby? What you hating on?
It's a lame one. I don't care, but it's all I can think of. But it is the fucking truth. Is humidity.
Oh,
It's been humid here. What?
girl, same. That's my hate too. That is so
Oh
funny.
my god,
Although
that
I
makes.
just said summer because here
Oh
you don't
yeah,
get summer without humidity anyway. So
yeah. It's just I don't know if I've talked about this before on the podcast. I've talked with you about it before, but growing up and up until I don't know 15 years ago. No, not that long. I don't know. I loved winter. Winter was my season, and I fucking hated summer. Everything about summer, I hated. I was never one of those kids. Like for summer vacation, I was just glad that I got to stand and watch TV. I
that's
wasn't out
hysterical.
running around. I wanted to stand and watch TV or, whatever. That's just who I was. I mean, I did go out and play sometimes, but I was a fat little kid because I watched TV. And then somewhere in my mid 30s, maybe, I just slowly, like each year, I would like grumble a little bit more about winter until now. I just hate it. Now, this past winter was very mild, and I'm
Yeah,
glad with
yeah,
that. Mostly, I hate snow.
yeah,
I love how snow looks. I hate having to walk in snow. I hate having to shovel snow. I mean, even though Paul does most of that shit, he doesn't do all of it. I hate all of that. I hate driving in snow and
yeah.
ice.
It's all the stuff that comes with it is the sucky
if it was
part.
just cold, I could deal because I'm not going to be outside for very long, and being
Right.
cold inside is fine with me. I don't mind putting on an extra blanket or something like that. Like, I like sleeping cold.
Like, even worse is like slush, like when it's
Oh
all
god.
slushy
And then
and
you step in
gross,
it by mistake and it's
and
just
it's
like,
all black from all the
yeah,
road fumes and crap. It's just
the road
nasty.
jizz.
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah. So, but humidity, I is a very is I don't know if maybe I'd take winter over. Like, if I had to live somewhere that was humid all the time,
Mm.
I could not do it either.
It's like clockwork here. By the end of May, the humidity just like swoops in and it's like oppressing. Like
Ugh.
today is like 90,
Ugh.
92 or something like that. And it's just like, oh, it's so humid. So even getting up and doing my walk, I'm trying to do it like earlier
Yeah.
before the humidity really like kills me.
Yeah.
But already I'm like dripping with sweat by the time I come back in. So it's just horrible. I fucking hate it down here in the summertime because, I've never really had my hot girl summer because I've never felt comfortable or confident enough to be like, I'm going to go to the beach every day and I'm going to hang out and I'm going to do all these, hot girl summery things. And I just don't believe it'll ever happen because I don't like the heat. I can't stand it. And I don't like to swim in the ocean. So I can't get reprieve from it there.
You don't swim in the ocean?
No, hell no. Girl, you know what's in that ocean? Shit. There's sharks up in that shit.
What?
Jellyfish. All you got to do is go on one of the piers, take a look over, and you will see sharks right in the waves. Right there. You can see them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're tiger sharks or they're I can't remember what the other name is they call the other ones. And they say that they're mostly harmless because they won't strike normally, but they still do. Every year there's somebody getting shark attacked.
Really?
It's like Jaws up in this bitch. I'm gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah, you is gonna need a bigger boat. A bigger boat.
A bigger boat.
But
anyway, that's all I got.
Board.
This is like an hour and a half long episode.
Begging boat. Go fix boat. Go. Do you know that movie? Joe Bailey will.
Back in boat?
Yes.
Yes. It's changing.
No.
Oh, it has to do with switching bodies, though.
Yes. No, not switching bodies. No.
Switching minds or something. I
no,
can't
not
remember.
Switching anything. Nobody switches.
What the fuck movie is it?
Damn.
Marty says it all the time, and I can't think of what it is.
All of me.
Damn it.
And they don't switch bodies. She gets put in his body while he is still there.
That's right. See, I knew there was some
movie that I think is ripe for a really good remake. Like,
yeah.
I think that movie would be hysterical nowadays with, I don't know, Will Ferrell and
Tina Fey.
I almost said Tina Fey. God damn it. We're too in sync today.
We are. That's why it's such a long episode, because we riffing, baby. We riffing.
Yeah. How long is it? Yeah, this is a really long episode. We should probably stop.
We should stop now. We should really
it's like
stop.
An hour and a half.
Because usually I'm ready to stop because I can't stand talking to you anymore, but I've enjoyed this conversation.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
There's still a lot of time to make yourself what you want, pony boy. There's still a whole lot of good in the world. Tell Dally. I don't think he knows. Finding beauty in the fall. It's the only way to keep from growing old. My friend, stay gold. My friend, stay